Swag just recently dropped a center build in NBA 2K25, and for what I saw, it's supposedly the best center in the game. Now, I don't keep up with streaming much, but I know Swag is a member of Jono's Black Market Squad. Now, apparently they're stacking his team like the 2017 Warriors, because this build was actually made after their center Hoff, who is one of the best centers in the game right now. And considering this was my first time making a center in NBA 2K25, I figured I'd go ahead and make this build and give you all my honest review. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check this build review and see if it was actually worth the money. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, turn on post notis. Jesus Christ first always, man. Enjoy. YouTube, Rebounding, aka Game with Robski, what it do, y'all? Thank you for tuning into the video. Before we jump into it, I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. This is going to be my Swag Godly build. But before we get into it, like I was saying, thank you for getting me past 850 subs from the bottom of my booty cheeks. Woo! Just like last video, bottom of my booty cheeks, man. That's how y'all gotta feel me. No diddy. I really appreciate you guys for tuning into the video. I got past 850 subs. I'm almost at 900. We are closing in on the 1,000 sub mark with the quickness, so I really do. All jokes aside, appreciate you guys for tuning into the video and supporting the channel. Today we made Swag Godly's build, and we're gonna jump right into it. But before we do, grab your beverage of choice. I had some Taco Bell last night. I didn't finish my drink, so I got that Baja Blast. But go ahead and get your beverage of choice, sit back, relax, and enjoy this build review, man. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Get a sip of your bev first. So he made Swag Godly. I'm gonna make RBJ for Christ. It's gonna be pretty much a very similar build, but with some tweaks here and there, which I will show you. And just as a disclaimer, his build was heavily reliant upon cap breakers. This build of mine, you need no cap breakers for. So for you guys who aren't as sweaty as these dudes who be in the pro-am, who be playing this game all day, you got day jobs, you're more of a casual, this sort of build is for you. And if you got the cap breakers, it will go nicely with cap breakers as well, but it's not heavily reliant upon that. So we have a center build, we have the height 7 foot, we have the weight 246 and the wingspan 7'7". As we do with all these, let's go ahead and jump straight to the physicals. The physicals, we're gonna have a 91 strength. 91 strength is gonna be important for some box out animations or box out badges. And then we're also going to get gold brick wall. Let's go ahead and move to the agility. It's important to have some agility on a big, because if not, he's just going to be moving super slow. Agility at a 58. Our speed is going to be a 70 speed, and then our vertical is going to be an 83. On GIANNIS, I don't know if you guys seen that video yet, go check it out. Link will be in the description after this one, of course. The vertical is going to be an 83. If you didn't know this, a vertical high on a big will help you snag rebounds, and also you want to be fast, so we have a 70 speed. I think that's pretty solid for a center who's 7 foot. My dude was moving pretty good. A vertical is going to be an 83. That's that for the physicals. Let's go ahead and jump straight to the finishing. The standing dunk we put at an 81. You're going to see that gives us silver rise up. I was getting a lot more standing dunk animations on this build, which I don't get on GIANNIS, which I didn't get on any previous build because I didn't have a lot of standing dunk. I think 81 is the sweet spot. I kept pretty much the finishing the same, and I will say, so the driving dunk is going to be a 73. Before we get into that, we get bronze posterizer. Is it the greatest? Absolutely not. Is it a good sort of compromise for what else we're getting on this build? I think so. Our close shot's actually going to be a 76. Now, I've been playing with this build for probably like the past 3 or 4 days. I will say I wasn't thinking that I would need close shot, but honestly, having close shot as a big is super critical. You see, we're going to get bronze paint prodigy, bronze float game, bronze hook specialist. I think it overall just helps you get these little like standing close to the basket, these little push shots. I think if you're going to make this build, go all in and spend the VC on that close shot, because it definitely will help. The driving layup we kept at a 53, and the post control we have at a 61. So that's that for the finishing. I will say this is nice. I do like the fact that you have a driving dunk on this build, because sometimes when people have bigs, the tendency is not to go with any driving dunk, only standing dunk. I think that's a mistake. 73 driving dunk is good, and all the animations that it unlocks are going to be on the screen right here. But yeah, that's that for the finishing. I will say standing dunk is important when you get the rebound. This build has very high offensive rebound, so when you get the offensive rebound to go put back up, a standing dunk is very critical. Silver rise up, really good. I like that a lot. Now let's go ahead and move on to the shooting. So the shooting attributes will unlock this jumper that I'm going to put on the screen right now. But we have an 80 mid-range, we have a free throw of an 82, and our 3-point shot is going to be a 76. So I will say this build shoots better than GIANNIS, and you saw that jumper. It took a little bit of me getting used to, and I think I was going through spells where I was missing a lot, but I think one of the reasons why was make sure when you make that jumper, make sure that you're just like right under push or right over push. Like you don't want to be too far away from push Push is the best one that I've seen. But I think the reason why I wasn't shooting as well as I wanted to was because I had accidentally put that meter or the release timing on the jump shot creator to more of like closer to the middle, like far away from push. For some reason, I don't know, maybe you guys have this experience too. Sometimes it just moves away from push. Like I don't know if I click on the jumper, if it just messes something up. But I went back into the settings because I was like, why was I not shooting well? And then I went to the settings and I saw that it was freaking away from push and I wanted it on push. So just be aware of that. The free throw is actually going to be an 82, not an 81. I got sidetracked. But you see we got bronze Deadeye, bronze post fade phenom. Silver set shot specialist helps a lot. I really like that. This build will and can shoot good at the three. He was talking about Hoff, like Hoff makes these crazy jumpers, or like he does not miss. I didn't have that same type of success with this build. Maybe it's because I'm a center and I'm still getting used to the shot release timing on the center, but I wasn't shooting like he said chicken. I wasn't chicken. I was maybe like grilled chicken, like sauteed chicken, but I wasn't like chicken. But anyways, that's the shooting. Let's go ahead and move on to the playmaking. Now this is where this build differs a lot from Hoff's build, and this is something that I had to do because his build was heavily reliant upon cap breakers. Bro, I don't have cap breakers yet. I'm like 20% away from starter 3, so I made this build wanting to have all the elite stuff that he has on this build in different areas. I had to take away from pass ac. So love me or hate me, I put 75 pass accuracy on this build. I think his is in like the 90s, but I had to do that in order to get the O board that I wanted. So you'll see here, silver break starter, silver dimer, and I'm gonna roll the clips. You guys will see he can still get the ball out there. You will notice that your guys are gonna like be kind of fumbling with the ball when they catch it. 2K is just doing that because you have a 75 pass ac. If you had the higher 90, if you had cap breakers, maybe you put the pass accuracy higher so you can get the 96 O board that he had, but 75 pass accuracy is what I landed on. I still think I stand by this. It is solid. As long as you grab the rebound, you already know what icon to press. The timing of it, at least in the rec, I don't play in Pro-Am, is very consistent, and it's okay. Like you'll get past it, and you give that up, that slight bit of pass accuracy in the dimer, in order to get crazy O boards, so which I'll get into in a little bit. The ball handle actually goes to a 47. I don't know if that unlocks anything. The speed with ball at 33. You're not going to be dribbling the ball or putting the ball on the floor. These are just wash animations, which might be tied to different attributes. But let's go ahead and move on to the defense. Interior is going to be an 85. We're going to get paint patroller on silver, as well as once I put my block up, so 85 interior, and then our block is going to be all the way at an 84 block. You see what that unlocks right here. So we have silver paint patroller. Pogo stick is actually, I want to say it was higher. It'll go higher once we get our O board up. 84 block, 85 interior. You're gonna hold down the paint, bro. Honestly, I noticed since I'm a center, I didn't think silver high flying denier was that good on like the Giannis build or the LeBron James build. Those are a lot smaller in height of builds, shorter wingspans as well. Silver high flying denier is actually really good on a center because you're a lot bigger, your wingspan's a lot higher. You just demand more respect in the paint because you're a bigger player. So high flying denier, I actually have this on gold right now because I got my +1 tier 2 badge. So it's really nice that this is a tier 2 badge on this build. 85 interior. You're gonna hold down the paint, man. Like there's no one gonna be bothering you. There's no one's gonna be bother or bumping you like crazy. You have a 91 strength, so you're not going to be bullied, man. I really like that about this build. Another thing that I really like is we're going to get a movable enforcer on bronze, so you can play the perimeter a little bit. Our perimeter is going to be a 62. And actually, another thing that we get on this build is going to be a 67 steel, which is going to unlock bronze interceptor and bronze glove. So you see the defense. You're very dynamic big. You're not like super slow. I love how you can run across the court. But let's go ahead and move on to the rebounding, because that is basically the main thing that I love about this build. If you're a big, you better be snagging boards, brother. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're a big, you better be snagging boards. And so because I wanted to go on my Giannis build, I had like 85 D board. This one I wanted O board. I believe that impacting the game with offensive rebounds is a lot of fun, and I believe that offensive rebounds just kill a defense's morale just like a lot more than a defensive rebound would. So with all that being said, man, I put a 96 O board. Hall of Fame box out beast, Hall of Fame pogo stick, Hall of Fame rebound chaser. I actually don't have rebound chaser on Hall of Fame yet. I actually have Hall of Fame box out beast right now. Rebound chasers on gold. O boards, it's a lot of timing. I will say a lot of it is me getting used to playing the center, just knowing where to put myself into position. So there's been moments points where I might have got out rebounded like 1 or 2 times in the rec, just because I'm still learning where to box out. I'm learning on when my animations will trigger. Just look up some videos. I'm still learning as the process goes. But what I wanted to say was Hoff put his at 91 because they have the +5 cap breakers, and rebounding is expensive, especially on a big. So in order for me to get the 96 O board, which he told us to get with cap breakers, I had to put the pass accuracy down. I really like O board. I really like the badges that are tied to it. You can get away with a lower D board if you have all these badges, and honestly, O board is just a lot more fun. So the defensive rebound rather, is going to be a 91, and you see it right here, man. We maxed out this build. This build has been a lot of fun. It's been my first center. I still will say I'm still getting used to it. Do I think it's worth the money? Yes. Will I say that it's the best build in the game and I'm having the most amount of success like freaking all these dudes on black market are? No, but maybe I just need to play around with the build a little more in terms of like playing with them in the rec, not really tweaking this. Once I get cap breakers, maybe I'll make another version that has the exact same stats as the one Hoff recommended. But let's go ahead and jump into the review. I would say that the review is probably like a 7 out of 10. I had fun with it. Playing a center can get boring at times. I might want to be going back to a guard or something, but 7 out of 10. It's a good build. Tweak it to your liking. If you have the cap breakers, maybe you follow his exact build that he recommended and have different sort of success or an opinion on it. But let's go ahead and move on to the shades, see what we got at the shades. There's a bunch of dudes that I don't really know or care about, man. You see the archetype. We're going to be a defensive anchor, I believe. I tried to make my dude. Do you think he looked like kind of like a Jabari Parker type? Anyways, man, God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning into the end of the video. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. Share with auntie, grandma, uncle, all that. Love you guys, man. To the next one. Deuce.